Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy SBX. Another gaming review, and basically another WWE game review. This time it's WWE 2K18. Now, uh, this game pretty much dropped yesterday, which it was October 17th. However, with me, I bought this game a few days after its original release. Pretty much I purchased the deluxe edition, which is sweet. Uh, if you have the deluxe edition, it comes with all the DLCs that you can get and a season pass. Of course, that's cool. But if you have another bundle with John Cena with the toy or the statue or whatever you want to call it, I didn't get that one. I just had just the deluxe edition. But however, the game includes the two versions of Kurt Angle and different versions of John Cena, which is pretty unique. Uh, and pretty much the face of the cover is none other than Seth freaking Rollins. Now, I feel like I had to talk about this game based on the pros and the cons as always. So, first and foremost, I have to say that compared between 2K18 and 2K17 is that 2K18 looks more realistic based on the graphics. They actually upgraded and did a phenomenal job on the details of the graphics, and compared to this cakey bullshit, this is what wrestling games graphics should look like, in my opinion. Gives more details on the body structure, the details of how to outline the characters and the ring and all around the surface of the ring. It's a lot better, and also has a different gaming engine on that note too. Kind of like reminds you playing like games like Raw versus SmackDown, or a little bit like that. Where you can pick up your characters while if you're doing like a body slam or a power bomb, something like that, which is unique. They brought back the creation custom community mode, which is good because usually I download my characters onto the games, like characters that for a fact that they're not going to be in the WWE world, but would be an idea if they were a playable character. Some characters from New Japan and TNA or ECW or etc. Honestly, ever since I purchased this game, I feel like I did had a great time playing this game, and the most part of is that it's a lot different from the last year's 2K edition. I'm able to unlock all the legends without buying them all the time, which is it's a waste of points. I get to play all my favorite legends, and without just keep on spending like shitloads of money every time I play a game to unlock a certain character. As far as the legends goes, it's the same thing. You've got Nature Boy, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Macho Man Randy Savage, Kevin Nash, Diesel, same person, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, same person, Lita and Edge, Daniel Bryan, Goldberg, and the list goes on. And one thing that I really have to say though is that the my player mode, or however you want to call it, like it's like the story mode off on the game, it's a lot better to play than the last year's game. And my character, what you see here, he's looking phenomenal, and he looks really cool. And it's like playing how you used to play 2K. Oh, not 2K, but just Raw versus SmackDown 2011, where you roam around like the locker rooms and the around the surface of the backstage, which is cool, you know, and it makes you think this is how you should be as a wrestler. Like this is like teaching you what the ways of being a wrestler, where you in a game you feel like you start out in the development, like you know, like how you started with TNA, not TNA, but NXT, and first things first, it teaches you as your character, you have to you know build your own move sets and wrestle against certain people who are trainers like Ty Dillinger and things of that nature, uh, and Matt Broom, aka Albert or Tensai or Prince Albert, you want to say, instructs you into what you need to do in order to pursue in the big times, as far as going to NXT and the main roster of Raw or SmackDown. Personally, it's cool because, like I said, you will learn how to, grow as your own character goes. And you start out, like I said, you start out wrestling, and then also too, you start out doing promos. And the promos are really fun, but you got to be very, very quick, just like the other games, where you got to think about what you got to say before you even nail it. And time is ticking. And you got to make sure that if you say something really convincing, then you really increase your rate of your promos, so that is looking good. And personally too, if your promos are looking good, that means you can cut a better promo than Roman Reigns. Haha, kidding. Or am I? But anywho, folks, like I said, I have a great time playing this game, and playing characters like AJ Styles and RVD. Like, Rob Van Dam is that man. The whole fucking show, the whole effing show. Like, I never had this much fun playing as Rob Van Dam throughout the wrestling games. I mean, he's a decent wrestler in the games, but in real life, he's a great wrestler as well. But in this game, it's like you build nostalgia. Like, that's why I had made a ECW one night stand type of match, because this is the nostalgia that us real hardcore wrestlers really love. And based on the video game, this is what it will give to us. And everything about what they put on Rob Van Dam is exactly how you really want and how it's supposed to be in the real life of RVD and his matches. Like I said, it's a great game in my opinion. It's, like I said, it's really better than the very last 2K17, where they add other people in there. Like I said, you got Kurt Angle and different versions of him, between his first appearance when he had the hair, and the other one when he was bald head and he was a heel. Now, I'm gonna give you the cons about this game. And the cons about this game really is that the only thing that didn't really change based on this game is you still have glitches. Yep, it's still Glitch City. Like, if it's Brock Lesnar's Suplex City, this game is Glitch City. It's the same shit when every time somebody is, or you are body slammed, or whoever getting body slammed, who's on the floor, it's all shaking up, looking like it's having a seizure. The ropes are just too wobbly. That look like it's having a seizure as well. And it's like, it's back to this whole bullshit again with the glitches. But you rarely see them, but it's there. Compared to the other games, like 2K17 was glitchified. It's like so glitched like a motherfucker. And it's a decent game, but 2K18 is a lot good, but at the same time, it's still the same glitch problems. The DLC, I'm not happy about the fact that the officials did not, tell us the truth about What's in the DLC? Of course, we had the John Cena's and the Kurt Angles. Whoop de fucking do. Of course, Batista, RVD that was given. Whoop de fucking do. It's not like we asked for it, but you know, what happened to the NXT package? What happened to the Hardy Boys? Y'all talking about they are gonna be in the DLC. We gotta wait until a while for y'all to make the DLC happen. I don't, like I said, because I've looked online and did my research, seeing that the Hardy Boys are going to be in the game. And then when I purchased the game, it's like, where the fuck is Jeff and Matt? You know, that's bullshit that WWE officials had done. It's like y'all lied to us and saying that they're gonna be in the game. We thought specifically if you purchased the game and had the season pass code, or just if you go to the PlayStation Store, you purchase the DLC with the Hardy Boys alongside of NXT other characters is missing Adam Cole and Drew McIntyre, and it's bullshit. And then on top of that, we should have a DLC for the Mae Young Classics wrestlers like Kairi Sane, Lacey Evans, Tanada Conti, or what's her name, Bianca Belair. You know, I had to fucking download the characters from the creation community mode to make it look persuasive, you know, to look like they're in a game. But god damn it, since you know they had the Mae Young Classics going on, why couldn't they just put the rest of the Divas division from the Mae Young Classics as a DLC, like the main ones, the main protagonists, like even built the ring for it, you know? Like I said, WWE just throwing out some bullshit. All they care about is fucking Cena and certain legends that they feel like they deserve in the game. Of course, the legends do get respect, but come on, it's always Cena. Everything is always Cena. That's how fucking shady WWE is and shallow it is. It's like they always concerned about John Cena because he'd been in the company for fucking 15 years, while you didn't, like wrestlers like Big Show and Kane and Mark Henry been there longer than he has, and they don't even get like a special edition type of downloadable content of different years they've been on, like no sexual chocolate for Mark Henry, or when he had the braids or whatever. What about Mae Young? How come she's not a playable character? They're missing so many legends in the game who deserves to be in this game. And you know, despite the fact that Hulk Hogan is pretty much banned from the WWE, I still think he should be deserved to be in the game. You know, this guy made history. You know, even though he did say some racist remarks, you know, don't act like y'all don't have any racist wrestlers on the download, because y'all some racist motherfuckers yourselves too. But that's beyond the point though. But it's the game, like I said, it's never going to be just like how it was like Here Comes the Pain or the classic WWE games that work really good. But I would say that WWE 2K18 is part of my also good list of wrestling games to be played. It's the same format, but it's a little different. Where if you grab your opponent and dragging them, it's a lot better. You just dragging them in, and then also too is that it gives the enemy or yourself time, if you get grabbed and dangled, to, you know, be somewhere that you don't want to be. It gives you time to be pressing a certain, like the circle button to, you know, do the reversal, or just, you know, use defense to hit your opponents a few times to let that nigga let you go. You know, yeah, it's just that, like I said, this game, I feel like it needs to add in more characters and stop lying about having them in the DLC once their game is dropped. And you know, we gotta wait a while for the wrestlers to come up with a DLC. They could have just been done that since the beginning. Or if y'all feel like I feel like this game was a little rushed because of the fact that they didn't have a lot of DLCs in the game. And like I said, they're missing so many people from the NXT division, which is really fucking stupid. You know, and some people who deserve in the game is really not the issue, but it's just that they're missing the stars who are current in the game. But so far so good based on the move setting mode, like where you create your moves is pretty decent. But I kind of wish that I had expectations on how you when you play Raw versus SmackDown 2008 or 10, where you actually make your own finishers. Maybe I didn't really look into it, but I have done it where I want to make sure my character's moveset looks right. But I'm talking about where you actually make your own finisher and be more creative with that. And that's what they're lacking too. And you know, I would like to have my character do the Canadian Destroyer or a certain type of aerial attack, which will be great. But the way how this looks, it's not gonna fly, because WWE is too fucking unrealistic about what they should put in their game. I mean, they just feel like whatever looks right or whatever they feel like they will bring back throughout the game. I feel like, you know, as far as everything goes for the WWE, it's like whatever console, rather if it's for the PlayStation or the Xbox. I also saw that they're coming out with a Nintendo Switch. I mean, at least it's good that WWE don't discriminate any type of console. But me personally, what's the point on having the Nintendo Switch version of WWE 2K18? You know, nobody gives a fuck about Nintendo unless you're a fucking kid, or if you're just a Mario fan or a Zelda fan. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I like Nintendo, but some games are not meant for Nintendo. You know, if you're a serious gamer, you're either a PlayStation or an Xbox. But sorry to be off topic here, but you know, I'm just not feeling the fact that, you know, wrestling games should be on Nintendo, because I played it before and it sucked. And you gotta stick to the PlayStation or the Xbox. That's just how I view it. And another thing in mind is that, you know, I was hoping that they could have had the Legends mode where you play as whoever is the inductee of the class of 2017 Hall of Famer. And you know, just like how you play the game, you unlock them or just do one of their greatest matches ever. And I'm thinking, where the hell is that? They left that behind. As far as the game menus go, it was cool. It's decent. It's like looking at Marvel vs. Capcom 2. No, actually Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The way how the wrestlers are fighting each other, and it's all 3D motion and shit. It's just cool. But I also prefer the 2K17 game menu. Looks cool. The music's the jukebox, the soundtrack wise, I feel like the music is pretty good. It's awesome. Where they had Mayday, Tech 9, one good song from Kanye West, and some rock and roll. And I was surprised they played one of my favorite rock metal bands, hard rock bands, or whatever you want to call it, Disturbed, Down with the Sickness. I'm like, wow, this really matched this game pretty well. It does have this WWE type of feel. You know, if it was back in either the Attitude adjustment, but Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era. I feel like that music will fit in. And I never expected that they'll put a Tech 9 song or Mayday in there. And it, like I said, it's really good. But however, in this game, they really, 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 really didn't put enough music on there. Last year they had put a lot of music, but some of the music I was liking and some of the music I didn't like. They put that trap bullshit onto play, like Kodak Black and Fresh Montana shit, and then they also have some classic rap. But as far as 2K18 goes, compared to 2K17, at least they switched it up to the west side, putting a classic Eazy-E joint, which is cool. But again, it's not enough music for people to listen to. And on another note is, if you have an intro, if you're gonna make your own intro, why not put the selective songs from the jukebox and make it a theme for your character, just like how you used to do in the other classic WWE games? That would have been very, very awesome. That would have been really. I wanted to put the Mayday song, "Last One Standing," as my intro song. For my entrance music. That would have been freaking awesome for my character. But no, it didn't. So that's kind of like a buzzkill for me. But like I said, the gameplay, I want to just say for this is that it's still the same. Where the grapples are still the same, the submission, everything is still the same. When you put on top ropes, it's the same. So it's just like the regular 2K scenery. That shit will never change. But like I said, the gaming engine where you pick up people, your opponents, through like a body slam or a power bomb, it kind of makes you feel like, again, wow, it's like playing Raw versus SmackDown all over again. And one thing I'm happy about is that, with Seth Rollins as being the main cover character of the game is really cool. And I feel like he deserved it, and I never really thought that it would ever happen for him to be part of the cover of the 2K18 game. I'd like to know who's going to be in the next year's 2K18 game. I mean, God forbid it'll be Roman Reigns or John Cena. But, however, I believe the next one should be AJ Styles, because I think he has what it takes to be the cover of the game. Like I said, with the characters creation mode, it's cool. It's the same thing. It's going to always give you some generic shit, but the way how my character looks, it looks pretty awesome. I call myself Corey Blades. I always wonder what will be my wrestling attire look like in real life of my imagination, and it kind of almost fit my description. But that's what I go by for my player in my story mode is Corey Blades. And and I picked out the designer look, but when you first begin in this game, in the development mode, you're wearing some bullshit clothing and something that's not really gonna rock your style. But later on in the game, you get to dress however you want to dress like, and that's not a problem, But I feel like the player mode, my player mode, is like they just give you some random shit just because they want to. Like the last year's game, you get to dress however you want to dress, but then in the beginning, you're gonna look like a bald-headed loser But then now later on, you get to dress like however you want to dress like. But the difference is based on 2K17 and 18, though it's like last year you get to just build up as in like how your idealistic character look like. This year they just skip the whole creation shit and just let you select what looks right for you as your character, and then you have to choose what type of wrestler your character should be, rather as a cruiserweight or heavyweight, technical, or however you wanna, however your character should be. So I don't really feel like this game, as far as the uh, player, my player mode or just the story mode, allow you to be who you want to be. And in this game say be who you should be like no one else, but you can't be like no one else in the game. So anywho folks, I'm done here. Please leave a comments on the comment section below, like and subscribe. SPX, I'm out. Peace.